Hello there, Coach Adam with Soccer Roots, answering a question today about development, and I'm going to try and keep this short. One of the most common things I deal with, of course, in my life, because Soccer Roots is a pre-club development program, is the misunderstanding between the development of a player on the ball and versus off the ball. And I don't mean off the ball during a game, I mean off the ball mentally based off of the age that they are. So there was a kid at the weekend, and the dad had said to me, well, kind of, why is he not moving up to the next level? And I said, well, on the ball, he's fantastic. He's playing a year ahead of his ability, 2 years ahead of his ability, because of the fact that we've trained him so well and because of the fact that he puts the work in, right? But the problem is he's still a certain age in his head. You know, I cannot force a child within 7 days suddenly to age a year or to age 2 years. He remains the same height, he remains the same mental age, and still processes things the exact same way. This is a big sin in culture in general, which is let's rush people. Now, when you rush anything in life, let's just say a roller coaster, hypothetically, I'm building a roller coaster and I need it open by April. If it's not built, I cannot launch the coaster or people will die. This is just what happens. And it's the same in soccer. If you rush development, all you're doing is screwing them when they actually have a chance to make it at a certain point. Why? Because it takes time. And this is where this conflicts with athletic literacy of trying millions of different things and doing millions of different things, because you simply cannot sync all of those moments together over multiple sports and activities. It's just the truth. You know, if you look at Tiger Woods, I doubt it, he's doing 8 different things as a kid. Serena, same. You have to focus at some point, and that's just the truth. I've spoken about my belief systems on athletic literacy. Of course, I want you to do it, but once you go, I love this sport, Mum, I love this sport, Dad, you have to focus on one thing, because in reality, everyone in the world who doesn't have the option, whether it's financially or kind of culturally, whatever, to do a million different things, are focusing on one thing. So your development has to be like this. If it's an X and Y graph, your development as a player on the ball has to be the same as your mental growth. I cannot force you to suddenly grow 4 feet, right? We've got a girl who, I think she's just turned 5, and she's tiny. She weighs about 5 pounds. If the wind blowed, she'd be gone. But she's an unbelievable player. She's an unbelievable player. Now, that doesn't bother me. I can see where she's going when she's 12 and 15 if people do their jobs correctly and she continues to invest in herself at the exact same way. But, you know, the thing is, a bad coach, or effectively bad parenting, would be in this situation to just say, let's move her up. Because what happens is she now plays up against 6-year-olds or 7-year-olds who might be as good as her on the ball, but she's still a little girl and she still weighs the same amount and she's still the same height. Now, why do I have a problem with that? Well, my entire background, other than soccer, is in psychology and sociology and child development and early child development. So I've just seen 1,000 times, basically, that the parent who says, no, I need them to move up. All that happens is one day, the kid who should have been left alone just to love the game and enjoy it and have fun is rushed. Suddenly they get a heavy tackle or something happens to them on the field, and then they are dented. Now, they might not run off the field or they might not say anything, but they might be dented. What do I mean? I mean, you're waiting for the tackle now. You're not playing off of instinct. You're so scared because for some reason these people have said you should play against these giants now, and all of a sudden you get a bad tackle on you or something, and that's it. The girl is still 5, but the coach has said, yeah, play up against 7s or play up against 6 because it looks good for mum and dad, or it looks good for me, the coach, to have this wonder kid. Well, that's not good coaching, because now I'm screwing over the 18-year-old that I'm trying to get to be a professional or to get them to play high school, whatever the overall aim is. Bad coaching rushes them. It rushes them for short-term gain, and usually it's for short-term financial gain or some poxy cup that some bloke thinks is really important to boost his, bank account, basically. That's just the truth. club soccer, they try and poach all these guys and girls across just to win a cup that means nothing, and then maybe it ruins a kid's future, when they should have just said, let them have fun, let them develop at the correct rate on the ball and off the ball, and they actually have a chance to do it. But sadly, money and business and just takes over, and the kid, your kid or you, comes second. And hopefully you're listening to my advice, because I'm somebody that actually cares about football and soccer first over money. So I'll always choose slow development, and if everyone yells at me and says I want them to move up, I'll say they're not ready. And if they keep telling me, I'll keep telling them they're not ready, and I'll pray they listen to me. But if they do move up and then they take it and the kid shuts down, I've just seen kids just say, I'm not interested in playing anymore, because they're scared. And you've undone all of that investment and all that work, all those hours of playing, and you'll be mystified. You'll come to me or to another coach and say, I just don't understand why they don't want to play anymore. This video explains why they don't want to play anymore. Sport is like 90% in your head, right? The 10% is in the practice, on the ball. Do not rush your child's development. Let them enjoy it. Take that pressure off their shoulder, and you actually have a shot of reaching the next level. If you try and cram what should be happening between 12 or 13 to 16, 17, if you try and cram that there, it's like putting the windows in a house before you've even laid the foundations of the house. It's madness. And I see madness here more than anywhere in the world where I've coached. And I don't like saying that, because I love this country and I choose to be here as a coach, but there's a lot of fake pressures applied to young children in the American soccer market that are completely unnecessary, and really are just there for the self-gain and ego and, financial gain of adults. And I hate that, because my job is to get kids to an amazing point where they're ready to go and play club. That's what we do. We're pre-club. So we get them at 18 months in a perfect world, and they leave us by 12, but they should now be ready with the perfect skill set on the ball and off the ball. But if you rush, it's like anything in life. You rush it, it's over, right? Undercooked pork, you get food poisoning. Same thing. I could use all the analogies. I just don't want you to rush your kids' development. So hopefully you've listened, and I know I've ranted. It's because it's something that means so much to me, and I see it every weekend of my life. I have this discussion every weekend, maybe every day of my life. So please hear me. The XY graph needs to do that, not that, because that just leads to I quit. Let them enjoy it. Fun. Preparation, and then they get to club, and now they move on to the next stage of their development, but hopefully somebody cares about them as much as I do. Okay, so thank you for that question. You just need to work on their mindset and their skills. Be patient, America. Thanks, guys.